Guys, on Mike's channel. Today, I just came out of watching the 5th episode Kenobi, so I thought I would review it. I have some thoughts. So I don't have much to say. We can kind of get right into it. It's gonna be a bit of a more like talky video. Okay, so I'll start with my thoughts. I'm gonna go like a little bit episode by episode. First episode, it didn't do anything. It didn't really do anything for me. It's still like fine, I guess. I mean, it's still like okay. But honestly, yeah, I don't care for the first episode. Not much happens. Second episode, kind of the same thing. I think the first episode's a little bit better. Because at least the first episode, it didn't really underwhelm me. It just was like, okay, we're getting into the show. Third episode I thought was a bit better. I love some of the sequences where Darth Vader, I think all of that worked really well. That's probably my favorite episode of the show up to this point. I did quite enjoy episode 3. I thought all those sequences with Darth Vader, still some of the lazy issues. Episode 4, okay, it was fine, I guess. Like, I mean, I didn't mind the plot line of going... what were they doing? They were going on I didn't mind that plot line of going to the ship to save Leia, but it didn't really do anything to really push the story forward. So it's just like an alright episode, I guess. And then this past episode, I think I'm starting to come back on the show a little bit. I have like mixed thoughts on it. The show's like, it's alright. Like, it doesn't really do anything to offend me. I think McGregor is fantastic in the role, as he always is. And I enjoy, like, all the Jedi stuff. That's all a lot of fun. I think parts of this episode worked for me. And I think, actually, between this and episode 3, and I think the thing about this one, it doesn't have, like, all the lazy elements that the show has, which I'll get into that in a minute. So, those are kind of my little episode run-through thoughts, I guess. Next up is going to be sort of my things I really like about it. So, a little bit different than, like, the mix of that and then my movie reviews. So, things I really like about it. I think, as I said, McGregor is great. I like the plot line about him saving Leia from the ship and then sort of going from there. I think that actually works really well for me. I think there's a bunch of... I'm enjoying the show. Do I take it over Book of Boba Fett? For sure. There's some issues. Like, I think there's so many elements that are just so lazy. Like in episode 3 alone, there's this whole bit where, like... I don't know what it is. This sequence where like Darth Vader immediately shows up. Like, it just doesn't work. Also some of the stunt casting, getting Kumail Nanjiani there. I don't think that worked. And I think what's the guy from? I think there's another guy. Is it the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers or whatever it's called? I don't know. Yeah. There's just some odd things. I think there's some very lazy stuff. It gets better as it goes on, I'd say. I think, except maybe the 4th episode, I'd say each episode gets better and better. And I like the characters. I think, as I said, Kenobi's great. I don't mind. Everyone seems to hate the child Leia. She's fine. I could think of worse characters. Yeah, so I think the Jedi stuff is kind of nice. I think the third sister character, not much to really write home about there. I think the overall action sequences are pretty good for the most part. They don't really do that much wrong in the show, except like there's just some minor lazy elements that they could have easily fixed with some better writing. And also, I think I wish the show was just a bit more exciting. Like, I honestly don't think the show is exciting enough. Like, I think the fun part about Mandalorian was that, like, it was so... Like, everything about it was just, it got very exciting. Like, you're always excited to see what happens next. This show, I'm like, okay, next episode. Okay, that's alright. Next one, same thing, I promise. So, yeah, those are kind of just my thoughts on Kenobi. I wanted to give you my thoughts before I went to camp, so there you go. Those are pretty much my main thoughts on the show. I'll do a full-on review and episode ranking when I get home. Same goes with Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel review will be coming out sometime in the near future. I didn't watch Wednesday's episode because I have not had any time. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And see you guys next time. Adios.